You know who it is? It's a special edition. We are going live from home. It is the Astra Boys Sports Podcast, and I am Casey Walt. And over here on the other side of the screen is the original T.I. And yes, we have defrosted. We are no longer frozen like Andy Reid's mustache. What say you, T.I.? How's it going, man?
Man, it's going pretty good, man. Kind of early in the day on Saturday still. We got some football games on later that I'm looking forward to. Hopefully win a little bit of money on some DraftKings. So, yeah, it's going to be football for me today after this podcast, man.
I haven't placed any bets yet for this afternoon. See, KU basketball plays at 3, and then 3:30, that's when the Texans? Is that the first game? The Texans and the...
Dude, I'm going to have to check. I honestly don't know which order.
I just saw it, too. Which, by the way, folks, as you can tell, as you can see, Joseph Hoopman, the original Hooters, Joe Hooters is not here. We tried to reach out to him. He was good to go last night. We are recording on a Saturday afternoon. We usually do this on Friday evenings. But it got too cold, too late. Joe Hooters couldn't make it. So he said he can do it today at 1 o'clock, and then we pushed it to 1:30. He has not been answering. He went out last night for a nice special birthday party. And then we would just assume that he's probably still asleep. So,
I don't know, man. I would say, he's probably just late. I'm sure he's going to jump on at any time. Joe is, he's not going to miss, right? He wouldn't do that to us. So I'm sure he'll just pop right on in. We'll see.
He's got about 45 minutes.
We rearranged our whole night for this last night. Just rearranged our last half hour,
But we had to do it, man. You know why? Because we already missed out the last, couple of weeks? Last week we couldn't go to...
almost like 3 weeks, no?
No, it's been 2 weeks because the first Friday we were snowed in. I mean, we could not leave the house. We're here in Central America, in Kansas, and it was... it was a huge snowstorm, right? We couldn't leave the house. We could have, but that would have been just dumb and too dangerous. Then, last Friday, I had COVID. Now, that son of a bitch knocked me the hell out. I had symptoms on that Thursday, and then it went into Friday, which got real worse, but I didn't know I had COVID yet until Saturday. But I was still willing to come to do the show, which I'm glad I didn't, because you idiots would have probably gotten the COVID yourself.
I'm very glad you didn't. Well, if I would have heard it had some form of anything, I'd probably been like, you know what? I'm not but, so it sounds like you had the bad COVID. So there's COVID and there's bad COVID, from what I understand, right? Because I've met other people I know people that's had COVID. Like, oh yeah, I had COVID. It was, it was whatever, fine. I had COVID before too, right? So I've had COVID one time. The first time I had COVID, well, the only time I had COVID, dude, I had probably 2 days where maybe I was sleeping 1 hour a night. Right? Couldn't eat anything, and it was terrible. I remember by the second night, I'm like calling into the nurses, like they had like a line at the hospital. You can call in and like ask questions and stuff. I'm in there like, you guys didn't do anything to help me go to sleep. That's all I'm worried about. Like, I just want to go to sleep, man.
Yeah, but, for me it was the pissed me off was the whooping cough in the middle of the night. I could not breathe it. I felt like a child, I had the whooping cough, and it was just wheezing and shit. Yeah. I could tell. So man, something's not right. And I thought, man, it turned into a full blown flu. I had never had COVID before. Monica and Diego had it, and I took care of them the whole entire week. The week that they had it, I never got it. Never got it from anybody else because of my boosters and whatever else. I don't know. It might have helped. But this is my first time ever getting it. I didn't know I had it. Monica on Saturday was like, you know what? Maybe we should test you because we had those home tests, right? They came through the government. The government passed it out a bunch of tests. So I did the whole swabs up in my nose, handed it off to her, and then she put in a little thing. It's supposed to take 15 minutes. And she said, damn. She looked up at me. She goes, you got it. I said, damn, already? She goes, yeah. And she showed me, she goes, see the second line? It's already appearing. It's getting dark fast. So I was like, shit, everybody out of the room. I was done. So I had to quarantine myself, and I caught up with all of the Harry Potter movies. Yeah. That's a lot of movies.
I wonder if it's like that RSV version of it going around. I think they said that recently, but anyways, yeah. Well, glad we didn't get together for that one. So.
No, yeah. So, yeah, there you have it. And,
funny enough, so I'll say this real quick, and this is an unintended public service announcement, but when you had it, was your nose really stuffed up? Was it really stuffed up, or?
It was the congestion.
Yeah,
it would switch from one side to the other. It was goofy.
Right. So I'll tell you, it's crazy, dude. So there's 3 things you do real quick. You make that stuff go right away instantly, right? I'm not even kidding. You do this for about 15 seconds. You press here for about 10 seconds, right? And then you just take right here, like right along your head, and you just start rubbing this. When you do that, I kid you not, this is like a ancient Chinese method. Because I was looking stuff up when I had it. I could hardly breathe because of all the congestion. And so when I started doing it, like instantly, your passage, your airways, like everything opens up. And so you got to do it.
So you think this Mr. Miyagi shit would have worked for me?
Hey, dude, it would have helped. It would have helped the breathing. That's all I'm saying. FYI, in case you ever catch that shit again.
Even Mr. Miyagi would say, I don't know, bro, it's COVID.
Yeah, so for those of you watching out there on TV, put your COVID story down here in the comments. Bad COVID or so-so COVID? I don't know. Let's see what our fans say.
Yeah, I had the bad COVID. Yeah, if you have any remedies out there. And then I felt like, man, I think I'm losing my smell.
This is the worst thing ever for a Mexican. We love our fucking Mexican food. And for you to lose the smell and the taste, I was like, I am not having this shit. So I Googled, how can I, at least actually prevent it, whatever. Like, get a jar of peanut butter, keep on training your nose and your smells. And I did that. I was like, oh my gosh, I can barely. I think I had lost about maybe 75% of it, but it was brief. It was only like a half a day, maybe a day's worth. But yeah, the food, I was getting hungry, which good thing, and I would eat just fine. But like in the very beginning, Monica made these tortas, these sandwiches that we just love, and I was only able to eat one. I usually eat two, but and I was like, nah, I'm done. I don't know. It's the COVID that's fucking me up. But all right, enough about Mr. COVID.